Right, this week we've got a little bit of progress on this, which we'll go into. The black TR7 V8, the Persian 8. What else have we done? And quite a few more. So we'll get into it. Right, at the beginning of the week, we had a look at the Persian 8 and just assessed the engine, made sure that the engine was actually fairly healthy, and got it running on 8 cylinders. So we did. It does need a service still. We've determined it got a couple of plugs gone down, so we switched the plugs out just for some good second-hand ones for now. Got it on 8 cylinders, and it's okay. We've done a compression test on it as well. They're a tiny bit up and down, but that could be where it's been in storage, and it needs a bit of a decent run just to bed everything back in. So hopefully that'll be what it is. Once we've run it for a decent amount of time, we'll redo the compression test and just make sure it's all come back up to where it should be. Then rest of the week I was on the black TR7 V8, so we had to pull the gearbox out of it and change the clutch. We also had to upgrade the gearbox oil pump, which I've got the old one here. So this is the old like Bakelite type plastic gearbox oil pump, which that is actually very worn and very knackered. I have the camera pick it up, it's knackered. So we put new operated steel type in there. We put all that back together. Then we changed the hood as well. So he wanted a new canvas hood fitting. So we've done that. And we've got plenty of fixtures of that, so that's all sorted. What else have we been on? The poorly Rover V8 that was sat here. We've finally got that completely stripped now, and that's over the machine shop. So we've got the head stripped, etc. So they're all there, ready for being machined. And we've also been working on EWK. We'll have a look at that in a second. But if we look here, we've got another new car in. So we've got a 1969 Aston Martin DBS. So it's a very nice example. It's actually in for broken front suspension. The front drag strut is snapped, so we've got to remake or repair that. As well, they're not available. You can't go and buy one. Rear shock absorbers are completely knackered, and it was running very, very rough. So we had a quick look at it yesterday and got it so it was running better, but it needs going through and it needs a service. Pardon me. It needs service. And it needs a few bits of bobs done on it to make it so it's back up to where it should be. Now EWK, if we go have a quick look. Now EWK is literally the last finishing touches on the roof now. Just doing the last couple of little areas to get it to the roof flat, and then it's pretty much ready for primer. So obviously then we've got to take the panels off of it, put the door shuts up and do final checks, corners, nips and crannies, just check it all, and then it's ready for some primer once it's been thoroughly cleaned. So that is really coming along very well now. This engine we have put on the channel before. It hasn't actually left us yet. It's actually my brother-in-law's engine for his S14 Nissan Sylvia drift car, hence the massive great big turbo. And we've been plugging, he's been plugging away at it, and he came over yesterday to try and get it finished. And one of the last things to do was fit the cams and dial the cams in, as he's got HKS camshafts for it with HKS vernier pulleys. So they'll need setting up and agreeing in. And unfortunately, he couldn't do that, as when he opened the cams up, it looks like you need specialist bolts to fit the cam gears to the cams, which we wasn't expecting. There was no information about that when he ordered them, and he was expecting to be able to use the original bolts. So bit of a bummer, but he's going to do some research and get the right bolts for it, and then he can put the cams in and it'll be ready to pretty much go. So it's quite a monstrous engine. It's fully forged, so it's got forged pistons, rods, the titanium valve springs, retainers. I think it had oversized valves. Can't remember. It's then obviously got nice massive grippy turbo, and it's capable of around 600 horsepower. So it's a very, very powerful little engine. But I think that's all we've got. We've got plenty of photographs of the work we've been doing, of the fitting the hood, gearbox out, etc. Yeah, I think that is all we've got. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.